Well, the statements by Mr. Malcolm are F&M talking points. They are really ill-founded. He misses the boat, doesn't understand what's going on. First of all, there's no spat with the Grand Bahama Port Authority. Right now, all there is a legal issue which has to be settled. Does the Grand Bahama Port Authority owe the Bahamas government for the monies which have been expended by the Bahamas government to support the city? It's a legal question. It's founded in the treaty, in the agreement, the Hawkesbury Creek Agreement, which is a matter of law. And they have 30 days to respond. And if they don't respond, the matter goes to arbitration. So all the horse dead and cow fat and who said what and who didn't say what, and they don't want the government to run the city. Nobody's talking about any of that. Right now, it's a simple matter. Do you owe the money? Are you going to pay? And if you don't pay, the matter goes to arbitration and it goes from there. That's it. And I wish people would stop trying to pollute the issue with all this other nonsense and clouding the issue with nonsense. Um, Simple. The question of what taxes um, are contributed, first of all, what he's saying about the taxes is simply not correct. It's just not true. And the Bahamas government has been carrying the city because the Grand Bahama Port Authority has walked away from its obligations to the city. And don't come and start spinning prejudicial information about the Bahamas government. The Bahamas government has saved Grand Bahama time and time again and continues to support it, notwithstanding what F&M talking points there are. So please, um, let's just stick to what is the issue. Are you going to pay the money which is owed? The money which is owed is founded in an agreement. If the agreement is in breach, then you could argue that too. But if you're not going to pay, the matter goes to arbitration. And please stop trying to create a row where there is none. I mean, that's it, plain and simple. So I just want to give one example. 2016, negotiations took place, an act was passed. That act gave the Grand Bahama Development Company, one of the Grand Bahama Port Authority's companies, a buy. In other words, they didn't have to pay real property tax on properties which they own in Grand Bahama. The estimate is that that caused the Bahamas government to lose $8 million per year in revenue. By my reckoning, it's been, let's see, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So that's 8 years. That's, what is that? 8 times 8, $64 million in revenue foregone. That's what you're talking about. And what do they do during the time? They wouldn't build the airport back. They sold it to the government for $1. The government now has to fix the airport for $250 million. They sold the hotel, $65 million. A hotel isn't worth $65 million. And now we've got to find a buyer for it. So this is a fiction that is being spun, that these people are more efficient than the government and all the rest of it. And I remind Mr. McAlpine that the city is going to revert to the Bahamas in 30 years in any event. That's within the lifetime of people who are around here. So, this F&M talking points, running interference for the people who are the shareholders. The question is a simple legal question. Are you going to pay according to the agreement? If you're not going to pay, the matter goes to arbitration. The fiction, we don't need it.